and it was actually introduced to you by Raphael, and it is a forgotten elven instrument that is kind of like outdated even amongst the elves, but it was a personal favorite of his that he actually instructed you a little bit on how to play.
Are you saying that Emus knows how to play the steel drum?
It is called a. Have you heard what those sound like?
Yeah.
They sound kind of like Fey-y to me. It's called a hang drum. That's what you rolled, buddy.
Really interesting. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, all of you would have memories flooding back of training. After hours, there was times where Martrill would find you guys and kind of sweet talk you and convince you guys to come do some extra training out in the back. And as memories come flooding back, the training was much more intense, deadly, grueling. He gave you guys live blades, like sharp edged swords against each other, to use against one another. And even though you guys didn't want to initially, like you would feel yourselves gaining anger. Looking back now and knowing what you know out of the peripheral, you would actually see Martrill casting incantations to enrage you guys against one another, to sharpen your combat abilities. And he seemed to be like analyzing you like for promise, almost like he was looking for something for himself within your guys' fighting styles. And you remember there was times where like Calamacy, as you lunged forward, your blade sunk into your classmate, and you would watch as Emus would fall down to the ground on his knees, and it almost seemed like he would die. And your mind flashes back to moments where you were on the receiving end of a killing blow, and all these horrific endings that it seemed like you guys were either dead or on the brink of death. These horrendous conditions that children should not be raised up in, let alone adults. He subjected you guys to and took those memories from you. It definitely seemed like he would cover up everything, though. Like any wounds that you guys suffered, anything like that, he was quick to cover up any and all of that evidence. All
That's
right.
messed up.
As you guys are sifting through, probably a couple memories ago, you would have heard echoing through the halls footsteps leading out of the temple, and you hear one of the sisters say, "Just let them rest. I'm sure we'll see them in the morning." And the door opens, and they leave, doors closing,